This is a 1937 Douglas DC-3. As you guys know, if you've been watching this vlog for any period of time, DC-3s are one of my favorite airplanes of all time. And this is a spectacular example of that. So, come on in. I got my buddy Richard over here, and he's gonna introduce himself, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this aircraft, because he knows a little something about it. So, take it away, Richard.
What's going on, guys? If you know me on Instagram, it's Texas Prop Hunter. So this is a 1937 Douglas DC-3, as he said. It's the oldest flying one in the world right now, actually. If anyone knows anything about the DC-3, it was really, you have American Airlines to thank for it, and that's why this one is so important to a lot of people. C.R. Smith back in the early 30s wanted an airplane that was a little bit better, faster and bigger, and didn't have to make as many stops. So this thing actually ended up revolutionizing the airline industry. And when World War II came around, they found that these things could really do pretty much just about anything. So they used these for anything you can think of in World War II. This one right here actually was one of the very few that did not get recruited for the war. So this one flew civilian throughout the whole war. It flew with American Airlines for about 10 years, up until 1947. And this one actually flew Eleanor Roosevelt several times during that time period. So after it was retired from American Airlines, it was used, several companies owned it, and eventually it was used for spraying aerial crop dusting, basically. And then Flagship Detroit got a hold of it, and here we are today.
Alrighty, let's talk about those engines there, Richard.
So these are actually the original Wright Cyclone 1820 engines that were originally put on DC-3s when they were first starting being built. And the reason that's a little bit important is because later on, especially during the war when these were built, they were replaced by the Pratt & Whitney 1830s, which had a little bit more power, and they were actually a little bit more reliable. So this is also one of the only DC-3s that are still flying in the world that have the original Wright 1820 engines. So another thing you'll notice is that these here are disc brakes, which are not actually original to the DC-3. These were probably put on during the restoration because they're a lot more reliable and a lot cheaper to maintain than the original brakes that were on the airplane. So these actually you would not have seen on the original DC-3s back when they were in active service all the time.
Here's the part where we cut to some cinematic slow-mo B-roll and walk around the airplane. So I know this is kind of quick, but I couldn't pass the opportunity to do a quick highlight on this aircraft. Unfortunately, it's just down here from Tulsa for the winter while there's some maintenance being done up there, and there's just no room for it in the hangar. It's partly funded by American Airlines, as Richard was saying, and all the winter maintenance is obviously getting done up there at their hangar. There just isn't a place to put it. So they flew it down here, dropped it off, and that means that we can't get in it, and obviously we can't take it flying today, but still, this is such a stunning example with its background, its history, and its uniqueness of having original engines and some of the passengers that have been on board this aircraft. So I hope you enjoyed the walk around. I want to thank Richard for taking some time out of his day to come over and help us get over here and get a close-up of this beautiful aircraft. If you're not following Texas Prop Hunter on Instagram, be sure to look him up. He puts out some pretty cool pictures while he's up there. So go follow this guy. Thanks, Richard.
Thanks, Matt. Any excuse I can get to be around one of these.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
Same deal for me, which is why we're standing here even though we're not inside of it or doing any really cool stuff. But keep your eye open for some more videos like this. We're going to be doing some more of that here in the future. So thanks for watching. As usual, please, if you like this video, like it, subscribe, hit the bell for some notifications every time I put out a new video. And if you got some friends that like this kind of stuff, please share the channel, show it off to them. That's how we grow and bring you more great content like this. So catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.